Alright, Nub Nuggets and Skinwalkers, welcome back to an addition to my military collection, part 13. And got quite a bit of really good stuff here. So, these two suitcases right here, mainly one. These two boxes right here I actually got from, I actually saved them from the trash. And a lot of the times, some family members don't actually know the historical significance of this type of stuff, so they leave them by the trash or throw them in the trash, and you know, they never get into military collectors' hands or no one to appreciate them, and so just kind of wasted. So I actually saved these from a lady who was throwing out a bunch of her husband's stuff because he just recently passed. So this was some of the stuff that he had, and the previous owner actually was in World War II, and this is his name, Roy I. Bradshaw. And I think this is, I actually found this original address, and this is where he originally lived, and then he moved to recently where I live, a couple houses down the block. And after that, he passed away, and then a new couple moved in there, and this and a few other things were actually at the house when they moved in. So this wasn't theirs, this was someone else's, the previous owner from the new owners. So that was quite interesting. This actually has a bunch, this is why I saved it. Some of the stuff in here is original. A lot of art supplies. And those boxes right there are World War II era pencil boxes. So that's pretty cool. A lot of the stuff's newer, but anyway, I just flipped it upside down. That's not good. So anyway, there's that. Really cool with all the art supplies. I actually do a little bit of art myself. The leather handle's in pretty good condition. Really nice box. What you doing, chicken? So yeah, and then this is a, I believe what would be shipped home to family. Would be random stuff, maybe some trophies in here, you know. I haven't looked up this address yet. But definitely not from the same person. But anyway, this is kind of my equipment chest, I guess I could say. Then over here, I have an original World War II British pouch for what was going to be my general purpose bag. Put a 1910 clip on there, made out of some telephone wire that I got. Small. Hooks. Surplus, really nice, old stock. And then, not long after, I got a reproduction for my birthday. Reproduction general purpose bag, and this thing's actually much bigger than I thought it was going to be. And I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger than this, but no, it's a lot bigger, and it's really useful. I used it on a camping trip right after my birthday dinner, and I went on a camping trip, and this saw a lot of use. So this is a really neat piece of equipment. Always been looking for this. Next is either a musette bag or a 1910 rucksack, so that's pretty cool. Then this is a reproduction German A-frame with the A-frame bag. Really good for my German impression. Slowly working on that. Same with my US impression. Very nice. Next we have an original early M43 field jacket. And a lot of people like to collect these these dress uniforms and stuff like that. I actually can't really find much practical use out of dress uniforms because, well, I wasn't in the service, and two, I shouldn't be wearing that out in public. Versus these battle uniforms are surplus, and you won't really get scolded for wearing them by US military members, which I don't want. So that's quite neat. Early M43 field jacket, great condition. Only just a couple of broken buttons. No biggie, I can fix that. And it almost has a legible tag. You can barely see it, 1943 right there. With a, not World War II era, but definitely could pass as it for an reenactment, a Korean War hood for the M43. Or I think that's for the M65 field jacket, I'm not very sure. But then this is a very cool piece of history. This is a P-44 field jacket, a lot thinner than that. Pretty sure this was meant for the Pacific War. That I actually put on there because it was missing the button. There's the guy's name. very cool uniform. Been wanting one of these for a while for my summer setup. Now, of course, my winter setup. And this is a 1903 A3 that needs a lot of work. It needs a new stock, and I obviously need to do some work with the bolt. I'm going to turn it into a blank firing gun for reenactments. And the screw stripped here, so I'm gonna fix that. This actually came with the gun, which is a lot different than the 1903 A3 sling that's supposed to go with it. This one's actually a little bit more expensive as well. And then next we have a prototype or experimental T4 ammunition box that opens from the side, as shown here. The paint is original, still quite stiff. Even has its red primer still visible. Very cool. Has a little ridges on top. This was pre-World War II, when they were trying to think of ways to improve their ammunition crates other than wood. So this was probably made within 1938, 1939, or 1937. I don't actually know the approximate date. And then the lid actually has no hinges. It's just a lid and clips in on both sides. And then here we go. And here we got some medals and some coins, some German memorabilia. Here we have a Hindenburg Cross, or Merit Cross. I'm not very sure which one it is. Very cool. This Gestapo tag is actually fake. The coin store wanted me to, if they told me if you want to look at it, you have to buy it. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a reproduction. I don't want to buy them. And they had them for $30. So I assumed, no, I didn't want to look at them because they were reproduction. But the reason why I got this is because my friend, Mr. Classified, he actually dropped these off, dropped these two off at my house with some insulators he didn't want. So that was pretty cool of him. That made my day quite a bit. So this is I think an infantry badge. I'm not very sure. I looked it up and it says for infantry service. It's missing parts, obviously. It's a very obscure tinny, I guess you could say. It's very fragile too. And this is a real Merit Cross, 1939 Merit Cross, I believe, for civilian bravery. And here is a Fünfmark church variant. Been wanting one of these. A little bit bigger than the Zweimark. 1934, with the forbidden windows on the side underneath them. And of course we got some tinnies down here, some new ones. Hitlerjugend, 1937. Still don't know what this is. Some forestry badge or something like that. Then we have a original Pickelhaube cockade, which is really cool. Unfortunately, the feet are missing and the staff's missing, but still cool nonetheless. I've been wanting one of these for a while. Definitely a cool piece of history. And this, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a militaria, but my friend gave it to me. I thought it was really cool to show. Some knuckle dusters. Steel Knuckles. And then this, I got at an antique store to prop up my rifle, my display. A World War II 20mm training round. It's been heavily used. You can't even see the markings on the bottom of the shell anymore. And the tip's been grounded off. So heavily used. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of addition to my military collection. Hope you enjoy.